When your family does not want you to move abroad from the United States, what do you do? What are you going to do? Well, we're going to talk about it because today I am going to be interviewing a woman named Roz who made the big leap of moving abroad from the United States, and her journey was not necessarily a super sexy one, and she's going to share more about her journey and how unfortunately her family did not react the way that she wanted them to whenever she told them about wanting to leave the US. And yeah, it's going to be a really good conversation. I'm excited because this is a question that I get all the time. People tell me all the time, oh, how do you convince your husband to do this? Oh, I want to do this, but I'm worried about my kids, etc. I hear it all the time, and I'll be very honest. It has, for me personally, like I've been like fortunate enough to, have a husband who is, number one, not from the US. So he's not super tied to the country, but that's not everybody's journey. There are definitely some people who they just don't have that support. And, at the end of the day, you have to decide what you're going to do without that support, right? Are you still going to take the leap? Are you going to not be willing to take the leap? So I'm definitely excited to hear from Roz and see just kind of like how this has really impacted her journey. So as soon as she joins, I will let her in. Hello, memories to last. Are you in a tropical country? I'm in the US right now. I actually, hey Trina. We were visiting Panama 2 months. Yes, Panama is a really popular place. So I did an interview with a woman who lives in Panama a couple weeks ago. This is maybe 3 weeks ago now. It's on my YouTube channel. But yeah, once Roz joins, I will go ahead and let her in. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for double tapping. Welcome, welcome, welcome. By the way, I didn't even give a welcome. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Who is new here? Drop a number 1 for me in the chat if y'all are brand new, okay? Wait, I said that backwards. I was going to say drop a number 1. I guess drop a number 2 if you're brand new here. Drop a number 3 if you've been rocking with me. If you're not new to this, you're true to this. I took your advice. I'm leaving in 2 months. Trina, let's go. I'm so excited for you. And where are you going? Oh, wait, you're going to Panama. Wait a minute. Did you just tell me you're going to Panama? Nope, that's a different person. Okay, Trina, where are you going? Because holy moly donut shop. I am so excited to hear this. I'll check your YouTube channel. Okay, perfect. Yeah. There's a woman on here. Her name is Jen the Traveler, and she how long has she been in Panama? I think almost 2 years. And she had visited first as well. So yeah. It was a really good interview. Leaving June 9th. Let's get it, Erica. People were talking about June not too long ago, and I was like, oh my God, that's so far away. And now I'm like, June feels like tomorrow. 2025 is just crazy. Netherlands. Okay, what part? Are you going to Amsterdam? I'm not gonna lie. Amsterdam is like the only part of the Netherlands that I know. I went there in 2023 and I absolutely loved it. I've said on this app multiple times that I personally am not a Europe person. So it really surprised me whenever I was in Amsterdam and I felt like I could live here. Like, I just remember being like, wow, this is just, it's just a vibe. Like, honestly, Amsterdam is such a cute place. A lot of people speak English. So like, even if you don't speak Dutch, chances are, oh, was there a time zone thing? I thought she said she was on Eastern. Huh. Hold on. Let me see. Let me just make sure she can still join. Okay. Oh, there we are. Hello, Roz. Where do you live now? So I don't really live anywhere. I'm a digital nomad and I move around. So since last year, I have been in Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, China, Colombia, Panama, Mexico. I've been moving around, but I'm in the US right now visiting. And I went in 2018. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, so I'm glad that you've been. Okay, so Roz, once you request to join the live, I will let you in. Thank y'all so much for double tapping. I appreciate all the love, y'all. Please like and share this live. If y'all know anybody who wants to move abroad, if y'all know anybody who has someone who is, I don't want to say holding them back, but somebody who you're trying to convince to move abroad, or somebody who would just like to have their questions answered, somebody who might want to be able to hear the experience from somebody else. I have literally heard people be like, yo, my husband thinks that living abroad is a scam. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, and she's like, he just doesn't think it's real. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't. But you know what? At the same time, I do get it, because at the end of the day, I didn't grow up in a world where people were talking about living abroad, being an expat, etc. So I get it. At the end of the day, this is one of the beautiful things about social media is you do get to see all these people who are doing these things that, maybe you're doing or you're not doing, etc. I don't even drink coffee, y'all, but I had to go get a coffee because I woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning and I could not go back to sleep. And it's now like 3 in the afternoon, and listen, I'm feigning. Is that the word? Feigning? Waning. I think waning is the word. Oh, I didn't even see the request. Lord, I'm not used to TikTok yet. Roz, hello.
Hello.
Hello. I was like, okay, I'm feeling the up, dude. Let's get it. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm doing much better.
I
Much better.
am happy to hear it. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, there we go. I was like, I have not been I haven't done like a collaborative TikTok live in a long time. So I'm like, I'm just trying to make sure I have this right. Okay, Roz, are you good? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me? I was going to use my microphone, but can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good, 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 good.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and kick it off. Roz, go ahead and tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I am Resource Rise on here. I have been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. I recently decided to sell everything, divorce the game, the hustle, being the superwoman, the multitasker, the people
Mm.
pleaser. I can go down the line. I quit. I
Oh,
burned my cape in Mexico and I'm not putting it back on. I got the scarf on and the robe that I made, to be able to
period.
get out the country and stop clip the wings of them people whose wings need to be clipped. So
Oh, I am here for it. Okay, listen, I mean, she just went right in. I love this energy. Like, I love this
I didn't
energy out the
know.
gate.
Yes, I'm at the gate. My nickname used to be Pookie, and it was Pookie
Hey.
because I was the resource. I was the one you called when you had a problem. Now you call me when you got a situation that needs to be solved, a solution. If you
Oh my
try to
God.
get financial freedom, get away from the stress. That's who I am. I connect people with people like you. But before we go forward, I know this is your platform, but I want to
Go
say
ahead.
something to you. We appreciate you. We
Oh.
thank you. We thank you for showing us Black love still exists. We thank you for showing us that we can have faith. We ain't
Mm.
got to worry about it. Thank you for showing us how to make nothing into something and not believe in the lie. The propaganda is for people like you that have saved people's lives. Because you was the one that made me, because everybody had this straight and narrow. I thought I had to have $1 million to move
Mm.
out the country. I lost money on property. I lost money in fast investments because, like I said, I sold all my businesses, my money. I lost a half a million in the last 3 years by investing, listening to people, making people, letting, trying to invest, hurry up, make this big money to leave out the country. And if I know what I know now, so I've made the mistakes that other people don't have to make. And it's
Mm.
people like you that are making us believers to know that you can go out the country with what's just in your bank account. Stop making
Mm.
it hard. So I just had to give you your roses right now to appreciate you, tell you you don't know who's watching you, but I've been watching you. Thank you so much. You're saving lives. You are a Shiro.
Roz, oh my God. First of all, don't have me up here crying on live, okay? That's
Hey,
diabolical.
you deserve it. Like I want to give shout outs to everybody if you don't mind. I thought, some people move out the country and just take what the person who mentored them and just start doing the business they self, and they
Yeah.
don't have enough grain. So me, I want to be the plug. I want to introduce people like you to people who don't think they can reach you. That's what I'm here for. I'm the
Yeah.
middleman. So I
Yeah.
thank you so much. We see you, we appreciate you, and thank you for mothering the world because that's what you're
Oh,
doing. You're giving us a solution.
Roz, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. And I really appreciate it. I mean, it's true. You really don't ever know who's watching. And I think that's one of the reasons why I do encourage people to put themselves out there. And that's why I started even doing interviews like this, because obviously a lot of y'all know my story. I've been shouting it from the rooftops for a long time, but there's so many other incredible people out here who are going through so many other things. And I feel like having these conversations have helped me grow so much. They've helped me learn so much. And it's such a blessing to be able to have someone else share other things that maybe I haven't had to go through, which I know is kind of one of the topics that we're going to cover today. And I was saying this a little bit earlier on the live, like it's something that I hear all the time. I really want to move abroad, but my husband, my wife, my kids, my parents, like they don't support me. And it's not an easy topic to talk about. And I know that for a lot of people, it feels like this is not something that I can do if I don't have the support of my family. And obviously everyone's situation is different. And before we get there, Roz, let's rewind. Before we even talk about moving abroad from the United States, how did you even start traveling? Like where does your travel journey even begin?
Well, unlike a lot of people, I thought I was winning in America because I started a business when I was 15 years old and I counted a million. I did this, did that. I thought I was doing all the winning things. And I was a conscious person who did not fall for the matrix. But somehow I got caught up into proving to people, overcompensating for my appearance, for my who I am, for my presence. And I just I've been on my own since 14, so I felt like I had something to prove, and I never took a break.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from a town. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, the home of the greatest Muhammad Ali. The only thing good, cause Dad, we got Breonna Taylor there, the situation. But I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and I've been a dreamer for a very long time. I've always wanted to leave the country, but I only seen these people leave. So
Yeah.
of course, you get brainwashed to think it's not possible, or I'm gonna try to go to school, I'm gonna go to the service. And I used to admire people who were service kids whose parents had served because they was able to travel, and a lot of them never came back or went back to the country that their parent was stationed at. So I
Mm-hmm.
always had it in the back of my mind, a dream. So when I started being an entrepreneur when it wasn't popular 30 years ago, people looked at entrepreneur like a scam.
Yeah.
And then I just recently got my roses when the pandemic happened because I homeschool. I've always had entrepreneur. I've always been in the house. So I had a lot of people questioning me. I talked about CMOS 30 years ago. I've always been abstract, different. So I moved back to my hometown and I got in that hometown. You get to doing what the Romans do. You get to not believing like, oh, I guess I just get married, have kids and work a job and
Yep.
that's it. My dreams is weird, because at 19, 18, I moved to Atlanta and wanted a music career. Everybody thought I was crazy. I was like, I'm signing to somebody. The first person I signed to was Lisa Lopez.
Oh
She
my
had a
God.
label called Vision Records, but that didn't follow through. So things shifted. So I had that. I'm a Sagittarius. Let me put it out there. We get up and go. We have those, but I lost that. So
Yeah.
moving forward to 50, I just turned 50. I never had been out the country. I went to St. Thomas one time, and I became a travel agent. I would study all the places,
Yeah.
and I'm sending people, and they giving me great reviews. Like you was right.
Wait, even when you were a travel agent, you still hadn't
Never
traveled?
had been to none of those places. I've never been on a cruise, but I made good money doing my travel.
Yeah.
Always the one to set up trips, and I'm gonna find a discount. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and try to start travel because I was starting to try to come away from physical business because two of the businesses that I had a residential care. I took care of people with cerebral palsy. So during COVID, they couldn't leave the house. So I had over 12 patients that I had to tend to every day, and they was wheelchair bound.
Mm,
I had strenuous physical jobs. Then I had a vegan food truck, catering service. I did Meals on Wheels, giving food to the senior citizens,
yeah.
eating healthy food for the inner cities because we had food deserts. So I was
Mm,
exhausted. I
yeah.
never stopped. So I went through a terrible divorce, and my husband, I told my ex-husband I was leaving the country. I didn't feel it no more. I can't be here. I have to stretch my retirement because I'm determined I was going to be retired at 50 because I was an
Hmm.
entrepreneur. I didn't have no 401k. I put up money and they took all of it. The bank took
Hmm.
just about all of it because I didn't set my paperwork up right. I had took loss after loss after loss after all that hard work, and it showed me that 20, 30 years of entrepreneur and working, you could lose that money in a matter of seconds.
Mm,
And then people that I loved that I thought would live forever start dropping like flies around me. Women my age or younger was just, it was too much death around me. So certain events was pushing me closer and closer to I gotta go.
yeah.
So what stopped me and hindered me, I didn't do my research. I thought that I could put money down on some land, which in Belize. I did not know out the country, please, people take your notes. There's no such thing of putting a down payment on nothing. Nothing protects you out the country. If you're
Mm,
going to buy, you buy out front. That's why people buy property out the country because it's theirs. They pay their taxes up front. Ain't no pay me later. It's if you
right.
got the money now, we sell it now. And if you don't, unless the owner comes up with something, but the owner can renege on you because
Hmm.
U.S. citizens does not have any rights anymore.
Right.
And people will lie to you and tell you that they have their realtor's license out the countries. You don't have to have a realtor's
Oh,
license.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. Mm,
So those are things. But I took that big loss. So that was a hindrance. So on my birthday, I got into digital marketing. Um, and because I was trying to learn how to use my brains and not physically being somewhere, I was addicted to making money and physically thinking I had to work my
yeah.
fingers down to the bone. And if I don't show
Hmm.
people I'm working, then I ain't working. My husband, he was corporate and he worked, he chilled. He was trying to show me a long time ago that you don't have to.
Yeah.
He's the tortoise and I was the hare.
Yeah.
So that's how we understood each other. So after I got into digital marketing and learning about travel agent and things that I can do for my home and phone, and I said, how can I take all these businesses that I done ran, operated, take me and do it where I can do it for my home and phone. And I seen everybody with the same digital products done for you. So I said, I wonder, can I do a done for you retreat? I'm gonna just throw it out there. I'm gonna just do a done for you retreat. Have it your way retreat. Because I was listening to people that was traveling and they was talking about they hated going on these retreats sometimes because you gotta follow the manifest. People don't realize sometimes people get out the country or get somewhere and they just wanna woosah for that first day. They might can't follow the they can't
That's me.
they might just want to sit in a room and burl up and cry. They might not want to do an excursion. They might just want to.
Yeah.
So I said, well, let me curate a retreat that is fit and custom to whatever person, whatever time you can get there, whatever you want to do. And I just made it up. And I said,
Wow.
it's going to be on my birthday, December the 8th. I've never had a birthday party. Nobody has ever celebrated me. I've had a catering service, a hospitality service. So I've threw millions of birthday parties, but nobody has ever threw me a party. I've never had a birthday. So I said, God, you make this birthday happen. I land in Mexico. And these people see me because I done proposition these folks of this retreat and you come and see it. You can scout, you can get holistic treatment, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to be there because my family decided at the last minute, we don't want to go.
Mm,
So I took the leap on my birthday, my 50th birthday. I landed in Merida, whatever
wow.
However you pronounce it. And they embraced me and cuddled the little girl who has been wounded and doomed for quite some time.
Mm,
And
Roz.
that was a lot to take in, but
That I mean,
I'm
but it's
ADHD, so keep me on point.
no,
With
you're
that
good. I
landed,
mean,
when I land the plane.
it's an incredible story. I mean, I and also it actually covered like three of the questions anyway, so it works out. But I mean, I'm still trying to recover from you've never celebrated a birthday. Like I'm still over here like
I remember
everybody should be celebrated on their birthday.
I remember, but I was so. I'm one of them people like when people used to come to my, because I homeschool my kids. They call them the kids in a bubble. They call them Your Majesty and Blanket because nobody's ever seen them. But I revealed them, and I throw birthday parties. So when I
Yeah.
throw a birthday party, you get a gift. What do
Yeah.
you want us to bring? Nothing. Just bring yourself. Love. I guess my love language is services.
Yeah.
I love for people to come and be celebrated on my day. And I used to be ashamed of that. That's why I had to separate myself from my circle, my family, because I come from an era, you see a fool, you use a fool.
Mm,
Nobody's a fool. If you're kind to me, I remember you. I got friends from 40 years when they let me sleep on their couch when I was homeless. I
period.
still have those friends. For some reason, I hold on to them because I value those things, those things. But when you can, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But when you can acknowledge, um, I'm going to go to gratitude. When I got to Mexico, it made up for nobody ever celebrating me.
Mm,
I got my Abraham Hicks on. Everything works out for me.
I love Abraham
Works
Hicks.
out for me. And I've read, see, before I left, I read up on everything. I
Mhm.
watched all your videos. I watched all Tony to Travel, all Travel Awkward, all, when I say I'm y'all fans, day one fans, I
Roz.
can't do nothing but when somebody say I'm coming wherever you at, I got somebody. If you want to
Yeah.
create a product, instead of me saying it, now if they can't afford you, I'm the free. I start you out. I'm the woman that makes nothing into something. And even though I need the money right now, I'm in Jamaica right now for free. I've been here.
Mm.
I'm gonna be here as long as I want to for free.
Oh,
Because
we
my
love that.
services, my motivation. I know
Yeah.
how to run businesses. I know how to offer my services. I learned how to put me in a package that I don't have to be there, but I can be present and I can voila magic. So I'm in
Yeah.
Jamaica right now for free. I'm living from the land for free. And this is
Wow.
came from watching you, because you stood out the most. Cause you wasn't on that. Oh, you gotta save 20,000, 30,000. You gotta have all your ducks in a row. Pay all your
Yeah.
credit cards off. Make sure you.
Child.
I ran off on the plug. Come and get me. And I went back to school, and I'm running off on y'all again. Come and get me. No, I'm just playing. But watching you, I left United States with $950.
And
And
look
now
at you
I'm the
making it
crazy
happen.
lady who left the United States with $950. I'm on my ninth month in my second country.
Living your best life. Living your best life. And it's funny because I'm not let's put this out here, okay? Because you've already talked about how you've been very entrepreneurial for a long time, and as someone else who is entrepreneurial, I get it. You know, like we willing to step out on the ledge a little bit more than some other people, let's be honest. But at the same time, it's like y'all be asking me, well, how did you do this? Or how did you get the confidence to do this? Or well, I
Mhm.
can't do that until I, and I'm like, cool, but don't be looking at my life and then I tell you how I got here. And then because it doesn't sound like something that you can do because of fear,
Mhm.
like don't act like I didn't give you the tea. Like I'm not telling you like, oh, go abroad if you ain't got, a penny to your name, but I'm telling you like you can make some shit shake, okay? You can make it shake. And on top of that, recognizing that outside of the United States, and in most countries, it's so much less expensive. Like I be telling people, I'm like, y'all, I don't. In the last year, I have not made a third of what I made when I was in my big girl corporate job. And I'm telling you, out here, I mean, you seen the videos, living my best life. Like again, I'm not trying to tell you like be financially irresponsible, but what I'm telling you is that where there is a will, there is a way. But if you're not willing to make it happen, then ain't nothing I can do.
The video I sent you was he's a great person. I love him so dearly. But that video was 100 people in his comments talking about they was ready to. So that's what made it alarming to me because I was almost falling off the content. Like nobody
Yeah.
likes me. Who cares? It's just people meddling, watching me that know me. I'm giving up. But when he sent me that, and then you invite me on platforms, it means with my little 1,000 followers, I mean something. Because if I'm doing nothing but run around on all y'all lives and send y'all gifts and pump y'all up, they the GOAT. That's what I'm here for. I'm y'all Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy, they it. If you want freedom. But one thing I had to learn is the old saying, and I'm 50, so I'm gonna have some cliche old sayings. You can walk the horse to the water. It's up to them to want to. My granddaddy I used to go fishing with my granddaddy. I know how to change my tire. I know how to change my brakes. I know how to hunt for food. I know how to grow food. And my granddaddy was saying, I'm teaching you this so you don't never go without. Here we are, proof. I left with $950. I made a nice little amount of money. You used to make a nice little amount of money. But we are having happiness and financial freedom off of 2%. I'm making what I used to make when I was 15, 16 years old.
They don't believe it. They don't believe it. And the thing is, I also understand there are different ways to move abroad and to live abroad. And this is why I also say one of the most important things, if you are serious and if you want to make it happen in the next 365 days. Now, if you're like, oh, I want to do it in like 5-10 years, whatever. Okay. But for the people who like, nah, I'm trying to be out of here in 3, 6, 9, 12 months, there are so many different ways to do it. I'm like, y'all be so caught up in visas. I'm like, y'all, there are countries out there you can go stay there for a year and you don't even need a visa. There's countries out there you can stay there for 6 months and you don't even need a visa, but you spending all this time talking about, oh, I want to get out so bad, but my visa for this country isn't getting approved. Go to a different country. Go to a different country.
We ain't here convincing nobody no more, baby. Everybody who is coming on your energy wave and seeing you and in your frequency is supposed to be there.
Period.
We are out the convincing because we'll find ourselves convincing and then we'll be in a battle debating somebody. Then we have the envious people who's watching us with the envy eye. No, we're not doing that. We're not stunting on y'all. We're not being braggadocious. We broke the Stockholm's disease. We've decided we want to be happy. Now I'm moving and I'm flexing on y'all. See, walking and everything on y'all. I did it because I did it at 50 by myself.
Yeah.
Less money than no. And I couldn't even afford. I wanted to pay everybody across the board. I wanted all y'all. But I had lost all my money. I was in fetal position for like 90 days. Because once I started realizing all I had to do was just get my family and just say, look, we going to Disney World and land in Thailand. I lost the faith. But it's hard being in the U.S. You know how it is. But I think you must have kind of bounced. You've been going by your own tune for a long time for you to jump out there. And that's what I commend y'all younger people. Because y'all like, hold on, something's in the pudding. Something ain't right. Now y'all keep talking about this God now and these 12, and y'all committing every sin, doing everything right. And then I'm working these 40 hours. And when I'm off for 2 days, I'm worried more about Monday.
Oh.
Then I only can take 4 days to vacation. I said, I'm out of vacation. I do staycations. They got 30 days and up. And do y'all know what y'all spend? I took my whole entire family, maybe 10 people, to Universal Studios. I probably spent $11,000. I've been out the country for 9 months and I haven't spent 11,000 yet.
Oh yeah, I have no problem believing that at all.
And that's
People would be shocked.
but don't let me, because I just want you to get your flowers and know what you're doing. But as your auntie or your mother, F them people. Ain't no
Whereas you already know I'm with it. You already
we
know,
done
especially like
tried.
you've been joining these lives for a minute. You know what's up.
We done told y'all. Travel Aqua, she be on there straight cussing everybody out. You nice. But at this point,
You think I'm nice?
I love you. Because I'm brutal. So you're nice.
I feel like I definitely I know like I've had my moments, but I try to keep it I try to keep it pleasant because I know I can go from 0 to 100 real quick, and I'm also
We don't have to do that anymore.
yeah, and that's why. So I try to keep it in, but I want to come back to the family piece. So can you tell us specifically what family did you assume was coming with you from the beginning, if you don't mind sharing?
No, I have to share it because it's a part of my healing. It's part of my pain. The downside is if your family chooses not to come. And I have children. And reason why I'm documenting my story too, because I don't see a lot of people talk about if you have to leave younger children home. I have a 13 and a 14, and I have a 25-year-old. And I am a mom, not justifying it, but I'm a homeschool mom. So I've never been nothing but a mother. Even when I didn't have children, I mothered, and I've been a wife for the last 15 years. So this is the con about it. We talked about the pros. The con is detachment, when you have to leave family behind.
Yeah.
Not forever, because some of my babies, I'm coming to get mine.
Yeah.
And thank God I had a 25-year-old 10 years later from my teenagers, because she can bring them to me.
Yeah.
But what I had to do is make that sacrifice for my family so they can see I made it.
Yeah. Lead by example.
I didn't melt. I'm still here. Your mama did it.
Yeah.
Your ex-wife did it. She did it. Which I used to me doing, because I'm always going somewhere, planting a flag, building the table. I don't ask to sit at no table. I build the table. I'm a carpenter. Then I'm a chef because I can put the food on the table. Then I'm a marketer. I can sell the food off the table.
Come on.
Okay. So anyway, the downside is my family's not here yet. So I'm going through survivor's remorse, even though I'm building generational wealth. Even though everybody talks about me in my hometown. She threw it all away. She has nothing. But I have everything, because I'm going to be here for 100 and another 50 years. I got another 50 on me. That's free.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this. If nobody believes me, nobody ever trusts. I've already got 12 women in Mexico established, settled in. 4 of them done had babies. I'm already done everything that I need to do. So if I just show my kids that they have other options, that's fine with me. So, because I did it for my children. So I'm not over here partying. You might see me shake it up a little bit, stunting on my haters, but I go home and cry every night. It was Mother's Day the other day. And I never felt so defeated, and I don't even celebrate westernized, holidays. But I was in fetal position, crying. I miss my children, but I know I'm doing it for a reason, and they're going to be set for life. I'd rather gave them this than an old house in Kentucky. Most city businesses that's going to have them tied up, and then if they miss one tax, it's going to be taken from them.
Yeah.
So, the hardest part is not bringing your children. But since I'm a homeschool mom, I see them every day. We do homeschool together. They're building their YouTube. They seeing me. They stepping out of. And my children, what I didn't realize, I've already molded them. Because everybody talks about how, like, I just had a family come and visit them. They moved, and I helped them move to Thailand. They came to visit my children, and they're in Thailand, my little cousins, and them, because I take this step.
Leading by example.
my cousin is in Thailand. We just got off the phone, and they went back to see my boys. They said, "Y'all coming to Thailand? You did a remarkable job with your children." They didn't say, "Oh, you need to get back to your kids. You done
Right.
abandoned your babies," and they over there saying, "No." They said, "Your children are wonderful.
Mm,
Thank you," because that gave me boost. Like I did it for
yeah.
somebody from my family
Yeah.
who never left the country has moved to Thailand.
Never left the country. Wow. That is absolutely phenomenal. Cause I think,
This stuff is over here.
it's such a big, it's a leap regardless, right? Like I get it. Like I try not to downplay leaving the country. And it's one of those things where, and the people who have done it, you get it, right? It's like, it's a big deal, but then also it's not a big deal. And like I said, the people who have done it, you get it. Like you recognize this is a big leap, but then when you do it, you're like, this is so much easier than people want to believe it. Like we want it to be hard. We want it to be complicated. But the fact is, it's mostly up here. It's mostly the self-doubt. It's mostly the imposter syndrome. It's the idea of deviating from what society expects from you. I mean, you couldn't have told me 4 or 5 years ago that like I wasn't going to be, here roots down, building this, successful business that was going to look this very specific way until I got to a point where I was like, is this it? I was like, there has to be more. I'm like, I don't understand. I did all the things. I checked all of these boxes, but I'm not fulfilled. And then it's also weird because in a lot of times in the US, you also have this guilt of like, oh, well, I should be happy. Well, Bianca, you have a good job. Well, Bianca, you have a husband. Well, Bianca, you have this, like you should be happy. And I'm like, as if happiness, as if true joy comes from those things. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. And by no means did I leave a terrible life behind. I am not saying that my life in the US was terrible because it wasn't. But I also knew that there had to be something more out there. And I love what you were saying about just in general, like the challenges of leaving family behind, because I think a lot of people on these apps make it look like everything about living abroad is so sexy and it's so great and it's so fun. And there are so many things where that's true. But there are also times where it is hard. And my mom just got her passport, her very first passport. I'm telling you, like I almost get emotional even thinking about it because she has never left the country. And the fact that she's going to come see me and my husband in our element, because people have they in their minds they think living abroad is one thing, and that's fine because you don't see it. I get it, but it's like I know that okay, my mom realizes that I live in other countries, I travel, but I know that her jaw is gonna be on the floor. Like she's gonna be so shocked to see like, oh wow, look at you over here doing laundry. Oh wow, you're gonna walk to the grocery store, talk to the cashier in Spanish. Oh, look at you with your pesos instead of your she is going to be exposed to something she has never seen before. And my mom is 72 years old. And it's not easy. It is not it's not easy leaving behind the people that you love, but like you said, sometimes we lead by example. And we show other people that this is what's possible. When I first started talking about moving abroad on this page, and it was November 2023, I was blown away, Roz, by the amount of people who were in my comments. Oh my God, please share more. Oh my God, I'm following right now. I mean, I was like, because I had talked about travel, but like I hadn't really talked about moving abroad. And when I started talking about it, I was like, whoa, like I never envisioned me being somebody showing people how to leave the US. That was never in the plan, never. But I started seeing like, Bianca, look at all these people who want to live this life. Look at all these people, especially people who look like me and you, who wouldn't even think this is possible. Like you said, it's about showing up for the people who they can't even wrap their brains around this. Whether when this is whether you have the desire or whether it's buried somewhere deep, but showing people that this life is possible. And it doesn't mean the journey is perfect in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't mean your family is going to support you. It doesn't mean it's going to go the way that you expect it to go, but you get one life. And then, and one thing I tell people all the time is if the worst case scenario is that you moved abroad and you lived abroad for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and then you went back, do you have any idea how incredible that is?
America's not going up. Well, let me shut up.
Yeah.
Allegedly, America's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that, but I commend you. I'm proud of you. Mommy got that passport. I was passing out passports for the holidays. Baby, I don't have toys or nothing. I get your passport. I've just just try to tell everybody, get your passport, get your passport. But for your mothers did that, that's more rewarding than any contract you ever could get. That
I
you
agree.
can show your mother that this is how it is.
Yeah.
That's my goal, my dream. But I'm even scaling my mama
Mm,
because certain energies you ain't gonna be able to bring to me no more.
yeah.
But out the country, you can put your mama over here,
Yeah.
your ex-husband over here, your kids over here. Like I'm just getting a plot of land and I'm getting land in Belize. I'm getting blessed back with some land opportunity for some land in
Yeah.
Belize. Because karma, God is good and the
Mm.
universe loves me.
Won't he
And
do
it's
it?
coming back round circle because I made the leap. This rewards in the leap now. There's going to be pain, but
Mm.
the rewards in the leap. I'm going to just go everywhere that I can buy a little piece of land from, and I'm not going to spend no more than what I bought my house for in the United States. And tiny homes in Belize,
Yeah.
I'm in a tent. I'm in one of those luxury tents, and I'll get a little shelter or whatever. But I want to be able to grow. I've always been an
Yeah.
herbalist, my natural products, and my purpose was leaving the country because I wanted to heal people. I lost two family members to sickness that I knew I could have healed, and
Mm.
that devastated me. So I got to make sure I can heal myself and detox my children from the poison that I had to feel. I started feeling guilty cooking for my kids in the States.
Mm.
It really was mentally for me because I know that I am a healer for my family. My kids, when they say, "Mama, go in the kitchen and stir me up one of your potions." Wherever y'all want to. But I go in the kitchen and get my babies together. And I've
Yeah.
never been sick. I'm 50 and I feel great.
That's
I'm climbing
amazing.
mountains. I'm swimming in cenotes. I'm in these Jamaican hills. I'm riding dirt bikes,
Yes.
guitars, and come on now. I'm good. But once again, thank you for choosing what you wasn't expecting to choose you.
Right. Right.
You don't
I
realize
mean,
you were Harriet Tubman. You know, free the slaves. Ain't you? You might have to pop with a gun to make them know, fool, you're free.
yeah. I mean, and at the very least, again, like showing them what is possible. And I think that is one of the beautiful things about social media. Obviously, everything has its advantages and disadvantages, but I'll always be grateful for this platform. Oh, thank you, Miss Mama TX. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been so terrible with
Somebody was
comments.
asking, was you in Mexico or Colombia?
Neither of us are in
Yeah, I
Mexico
missed
or
you.
Colombia. I am in the US right now. I was in Mexico a few weeks
You
ago,
was
but
in
I'm in
Maryland?
the US now. Yeah, I had a wedding
I was so mad I missed you.
in
I
the in
left.
Merida. I know. I was
You came
Yeah.
right when I left. I was like, I'm gonna see you. I was like, I'm gonna catch y'all. And I think you was in Thailand. I think. Where was you at?
Possible 1 month.
I don't know. I've been following you forever. You've been a little
I'm
bit.
like, yeah, I've been listen, we done been to 10 different countries since
I know.
February.
And
But
it's
Roz
like,
is actually in Jamaica, y'all, by the
yes,
way.
yes.
My
I was
bad.
in
I
that.
didn't even ask that earlier. I should have said that.
No,
Roz is in
I put the
Jamaica.
flag up, but you can't see it.
We can see it.
Hey.
Period.
So I'm hopping Allen. Since I had never been out the country and my children decided not to come, I changed my whole thing up. I manifested. I didn't know nobody. I manifested Melanie, she is the awesome person. I would love for you all to collaborate in Mexico. She's your go-to. She knows
What's her
everything.
name?
Her name is Melanie. I'm gonna send her to.
Melanie. Okay.
I call her the plug, of Merida, because she knows everything. She speaks for you. She gets those fees cut down for you. I would
Okay.
love for her to collaborate. She does everything. If you want a spiritual, she's just anything you want to do. She got you.
We love to hear
She's the
it.
one. She's the one that helped me. That helped women come to Mexico and have their babies with doulas, and
Oh.
they was able to have their babies and get citizenship for their
Oh
children.
yeah, absolutely. Pass along her information because
Yes,
she
yes,
she
yes.
she she already got a lot of expertise that I don't have, but I'm happy to share it. I'm happy to
Yes.
have the conversation for
She
sure.
is awesome and she's reasonable in prices. If you wanted to do your business in middleman, them she doesn't mind at all. She get her fee, but she is the go-to. She's not out for money. She's just doing it to make a living for her children, and she's lived in over 10 different countries herself.
Wow.
She's lived everywhere, and I love her. Her heart is in it, and I'm just glad that I didn't go for just the black expats because I would not have met her.
Right.
Not knocking those, but I don't do well with quote unquote certain groups.
I understand.
I like to go to the country and get in. The purpose of leaving the country is to meet other people and get into other people's culture and respect the land and seeing how you can add to it, not take from it.
Right. Oh, yeah. I love that. I know. I completely agree. Roz, before we wrap this up, I want to just ask one more question. So, for anyone who is watching, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching this on the replay, for someone who feels like moving abroad has been on their heart for some time and they don't have the support of their family and it's something they really want to do, what would you recommend for them? Like, what piece of advice would you give them?
Learn the virtue of silence. Learn how to visualize and not tell a soul.
Mm,
Tell the people that are the old saying, you can't tell a $1 million dream to a $2 person. Don't tell it to people who have not done it. If you got to reach out to me or Bianca, tell us. I
mm,
right now, my time is so free. I'm
mm.
opening my lines. I'm opening my communications. Any help that I can help you find ways of making income to leave the country, to stay in the country, but leave the country and come out the country for like 30 days to take a sabbatical. I'm here for that. I'm doing this free. Because I'm like, I want to help people because I was at my wits' end and I lost all my money. And if it wasn't for Melanie saying, I ain't going to charge this woman, let me just talk to her.
Yeah.
So I got to pay it forward. So
Yeah.
I advise anybody, if you see something that you want to execute and you want to leave the country and you don't hear nobody around you talking about it, don't tell them people.
Mm,
Come on this internet, use that $1,000 phone and just go nose deep into people who are doing it, are either in the places, look like you, come from the same background as you. And if you can't find them, reach out to us. We're going to find you for you because somebody done it. My nickname used to be Pookie. If Pookie can lead the hood, and
you can do it too.
yeah, my logo is the earth is my turf. Wherever I lay
Mm,
my feet at is my home. So it can be done. But before you leave, get rid of all that mess
mm,
you have bought. Being a consumer, we are no longer consumers anymore.
mm.
China showed y'all how much fools y'all were. So sell all that whoopla that you don't need. Anything that you ain't touched in the last 6 months, a year, sell it.
Ooh.
You'll have more money. If you want to keep your house, keep your house. Having problems when you're out the country because you ain't gonna won't come back. We not we not telling y'all to sell nothing. We not even trying to convince y'all to do it. But to the person who is saying, I'm ready to make this step, tell no one but who you believe in and people who
Mm,
have done it. Don't listen
mm,
to people who have never done it. They have never left a resort when they have been out the country. They don't know that you can live out the country and spend $1,000 a month, and that's your rent and your livelihood. If you want to ball, you spend 1,500.
Mm.
Y'all look at this woman. Go through Bianca's. Go through her. Look how they stunting on y'all for a couple of dollars. They showing y'all. It's proof. Me. Y'all probably laughing at my little country, but I'm proud of my country. I'm in Jamaica for free. I'm eating all the ackee, the mangoes,
Mm.
the food. The people treat you good here. Mexico, you get treated good. We hate it in America.
Mm. Mm.
Y'all worried about, keep asking me about the cartel. They don't call them the cartel. They call narco, and they in America.
Cha.
Keep asking me about the cartel like they in my back pocket. I don't know them. I ain't met them. I met good people in Mexico who welcome me.
Yeah, same.
I'm in
Same.
Jamaica and they welcome me. Bumbleclaw could never. I'm here with Yard Man.
Oh my God.
You know? Ray Ray. Yeah.
Roz, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
This was
you.
such a great conversation. And I mean, you already know this. I agree with that piece of advice so much. Like y'all, I've talked about this. People have asked me this. I've asked other people, and this is the first time I have actually heard somebody say, do not be out here telling people who are not going to support you. And this is how I know. This is literally how I know that Roz is on the same wave, because this is the things they're not telling you. They talking about visas. They talking about how to figure out which country is best for you. They talking about how much money you need to save. They talking to you about all the stuff that you can Google. But what they are not telling you is that if you want to get out and you have not gotten out, it's probably because you were scared. It's probably because of fear. It's probably because of what the naysayers are saying. It's probably because instead of spending your time, like Roz said, it's probably because instead of spending your time looking at and immersing yourself in, content, people, conversations, resources that are uplifting you and showing you that this journey is possible, you out here letting all of this get to you. And that's the real part that's going to hold you back. So I'm just
And they
I'm
will
grateful for this
come.
conversation. Thank
Look
y'all
at
for the
your mom.
gifts.
Look at your mom coming. I see people in the chat saying, "Well, I guess I won't see my whole family." You don't know who's gonna come.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sitting here sad about my kids, I visualize my kids and even my ex-husband. If I gotta put him in a hut, a house, or a condo somewhere, I can afford it. I can't
Mm.
afford taking care of them in the States no more, but I can buy you back out the country.
Yes.
I'll Kevin Federline you. Come on, I'm Britney Spears, but I can do it out the country.
Oh
So
my
people
God.
don't believe that your family might come.
Yeah.
They see how good you living. People don't like to see you living good. They want to come and destroy your shit sometimes.
Mm.
Know
Mm.
that. But you're not gonna be alone. Believe me, you're gonna find a mama out the country, a granny, a sister, a cousin, if you embrace yourself in the community and
Yeah.
don't be fearful. Nobody,
Yeah.
them people out the country, they not studying y'all.
Right. They not.
As a black person, they don't believe in race. Don't take
Mm.
race with you. They don't
Mm.
talk about it. They just care about if you respect the laws of the land. So
Yeah.
I'm
Roz, thank you again. Y'all who are joining, or those of you who are watching live, thank you so much for joining. Those of you who are watching the replay, hey y'all. For those of you who aren't here, if you want to catch the full replay, I am going to post it on my YouTube channel so you can find it there. I have that linked in my bio. Make sure that you follow me. Make sure you follow Roz. I mean, obviously, we be on here. Okay, we be on here dropping the tea. And for y'all who are serious about learning how to move abroad, learning how to get out of the US, like the resources are out there. There's plenty of free resources out there. You can book time with Roz. I have resources at the link in my bio. Like there are plenty of people on these apps that you can follow. What's her TikTok? It's Resource Roz. She's actually, I think you can, oops. Oh Lord, my bad. It's Resource and then ROZ. Um, I do gotta hop off because I gotta call in like 4 minutes.
good, good.
But Roz, thank you so much again. Well, we have so
Anytime.
much more to talk about, so we will be in touch. But thank you for being honest.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
being transparent. Thank you for sharing your story because again, I know that so many people are having the same the same challenges with not having that support. It happens in entrepreneurship, it happens in travel. Let me just stop before I go on a whole other rant. I just know, like, your story it's gonna help somebody. Like, it really is. So I appreciate you. Y'all, thank you again for joining. We will catch y'all next time. And yeah, see y'all later. Bye, Roz.
Bye.